Fans, we are here coming at you live on Speed Gaming Main for this backdoor bracket, this redemption bracket matchup between the number 6 seed susreime and the number 16 seed mm2nescartridge. We're coming to you live this evening with some speed gaming action. My name is Professor School, and I am joined in the commentary booth by none other than the incredible and inimitable the Hockey Towner. Hockey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, Professor School, it's reunited and it feels so good. Really looking forward to this race. Like you said, bottom bracket, number 6 susreime versus number 16 mm2. I think we're going to have a really, really exciting race tonight.
It's going to be an excellent race. The way that these runners got to this point, as with all backdoor bracket matchups, always has to come off the foot of a loss, unfortunately, but that's the great part about a double elimination tournament, is you have second life in this tournament. mm2nescartridge and I did battle in round 1. We had a bit of a slop fest, unfortunately. I think we would both agree. I ended up just eking out a win in that one, and then mm2 took on Stovetop and got a nice W to move on. susreime had a great win against Beefy in round 1. And maybe one of the best round 2 matchups, really tightly contested the whole way through, a back and forth affair, susreime and Scotty Crow. Scotty just eking out a win there, and as we talked about in the green room, Hockey, that was the one seeding upset of round 2 in that upper bracket. So susreime, sort of the lone 1 through 8 seed that got dropped down early, and is just going to have to win it through on that redemption side. He's not out of it by any means.
No, you said it, Professor School. A lot of Super Metroid action has already transpired, but there's so much more to go with this double elimination tournament. Our runner's trying to get off his series station here in one piece, Prof. But like you said, yeah, susreime going to have to go all the way through this lower bracket to try to make an appearance in the grand finals. Definitely has the deck stacked against him.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for MM2, 41-46. Man, you know, series is this thing that we all go through, at least in vanilla, obviously not making its place in randomizer. And MM just got in an unfortunate situation there with some Steam issues. That final elevator room, once you take a Steam or you have some issue with one of those platforms, man, it can really punish you. susreime managing to get out mostly unscathed, a pretty solid 45 second time there, but MM just getting tripped up a little bit, so a few second advantage, but that can disappear very, very quickly. So we'll just have to see what this run has in store for our runners. They're both running a very volatile category here, Hockey. They're both doing Fantoon first, so no safeties here outside of. Well, I mean, they can pick up extra tanks and stuff, but gosh, I don't know. Going to Fantoon early is always scary, even for someone that does it myself.
No, for sure. I've never attempted it myself. I don't think I ever will. It's definitely spooky in more ways than one. There are safeties that runners can pick up, but an interesting wrinkle on the category is that MM2 is going to do Kraid second, whereas I believe susreime will do Ridley second. So there are pros and cons to both.
Yeah, and that's actually not something that MM does as a race safety. This is the route that he mains. This is an opportunity to have to go through this more difficult route, but to do it with Varia and an extra tank through Lower Norfair. It doesn't give you the easy mini Kraid super refills that you'd normally get in PRKD going into Meridia, but there's a huge amount of extra safety that you get out of having both, you know, that half damage from Varia and the extra tank. And MM2 also does not use the Lava Spark. He also mains Gravity Jump, so he'll have extra health. All of these things have equated to much higher consistency than maybe your average Fantoon first 43 any percent runner. So you know, it's a little bit slower, maybe. It's a little bit costly as far as supers, but strategically, this is what MM2 is happy to do. He's comfortable doing it, and I think that consistency could take him a long way in this tournament. Whereas susreime is always going to be, as you know, Hockey, he's going to be doing those, right? I mean, he does high-risk strats. He does them for the swag. He's an incredibly able and accomplished runner, but sometimes the thing that happens with susreime is all those swag strats can be costly sometimes, right? So we'll just have to see how this shapes out.
We will indeed, as our runners make their way up the climb into the parlor and into the very first mini boss of the game, that is mm2nescartridge. Our runners would do well to fan out those missile drops dropped by mm2nescartridge's orbs, and also limit their pea shooter shots to just 5 of them, 100 apiece, and they will be able to avoid the decapitation animation.
All right, let's see how these fights go. Just a few seconds separating our runners. Good drop distribution there from BT. susreime had them pretty close together, but handled it very nicely. And same for MM. Yeah, very nicely done.
Nice.
So no issues whatsoever. Well handled and good RNG as far as those drops go. Nicely done for our runners.
That was terrific mm2nescartridge fights, and look at this right side Alcatraz. We saw it. We saw it in the first race. Now we're seeing it again. I'm seeing double here, Prof. The standard left side there from MM2 as our runners headed to Terminator. MM2 is really gaining on susreime down in Retro Bryn. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in Brinstar ahead of climbing Red Tower.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, speaking of the last matchup, which was a really good one, I don't really know that there's any conceivable way it happens unless we go deep, deep, deep into this backdoor bracket. But susreime and Drewski would be quite a matchup. I would really, really love to see that race. It's the only thing with this double elimination bracket, unfortunately, is if you wind up with a seeding and that puts you on the opposite side of a bracket from someone else, there's almost no way, unless you go really deep, that you see some of these really exciting matchups. I would love to have some sort of showcase set of races surrounding these, because that's just one that we won't get that I think the fans would all eat up.
Oh, they absolutely would. And I don't know. Don't count them out. They just might, oh, this is tough for susreime. We're having to go back and grab those drops. That's going to open the door for MM2 to close the gap here. But they would have to both fly through the bottom bracket and meet in the bottom bracket finals ahead of grand finals. So definitely a tall ask for both runners, but it's not unheard of.
No, not at all. Well, yeah, and so susreime, starting with a little bit of struggles in Terminator, doing the arm pump strat, taking a little bit of extra damage, and things just went a little bit sideways. And we have a little bit of a ripple effect happening here coming into Green Bryn. And as a result, susreime had to go back up, as you pointed out, Hockey, farm that Zila. And now we're just a couple bomb blocks separating these two runners, who are both still running incredible times. We're going to get, like, what is this? 7.2x, 7.3x charge touch time. Not blazing fast, but really, really solid times here from both of our runners.
No question about it. I'm curious to see what their charge touch time. I want to see the gap separating these runners. Looks like 7:30, high 30, low 31 there. So really only 2 seconds separating these runners.
Yeah, it's about a door transition right now. This is exciting. We will see both of these runners go up, so at least for the time being, we'll both see them tackle wrecked ship. Obviously, one of the big hurdles of the Fantoon first category. Haven't heard a lot of commentators calling it new route. Kind of tough to justify calling it new route at this point. Goodness gracious, what is it, 8 years old at this point? So newer route.
Newer route, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I tried to start old route and bold route, but even old route doesn't apply really anymore. And I think Zenny tried to start classic route, but I didn't think they caught on very much. Not for lack of trying on Zenny's part, of course. He's an amazing person and runner, but...
All right, let's see. So double deboost here for susreime, no farming. I don't think we're going to see any. Yeah, double deboost also here from MM2. Some of the runners, Lynx, for example, myself, have opted sort of a single, trying to do the double farm on the Zilas and taking just the one deboost on the ceiling. A little unfortunate there for MM, making contact with that 0. That's a big 40 damage to be taking there. And now with the extra set of deboost going back across, let's see, the health is going to be just under 100 here. Or no, sorry, 102. Yeah, 102. With just 3 supers. Okay, yeah, he's very careful there not to take another 0 hit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my
We'll see whether he gets, sometimes you get bailed out with a nice health drop from the key hunter here in Primote. We'll see what happens for MM, but does need to be a little bit mindful of that health now. Anything around 100 always really spooks me out.
Oh, no question about it, especially because our upcoming boss is a ghost after all. But before they do that, they got to cross the moat, and susreime's setting up for this continuous wall jump here, Prof. Oh, shorted it a little bit. Gonna have to go horizontal bomb jump.
That's a pretty good setup. Yeah, nicely done.
Nice.
And MM right behind. Are we going to get the CWJ here? No, just a little short. Oh, no. Oh, it looks like that final bomb was just... The final bomb was just a little bit too late, and maybe on 22, 23 frames instead of a little earlier than that, and MM unfortunately just getting shorted. I think the same thing may have happened there, actually.
So too, yeah. That's really tough for MM2. This is such a hard trick. Hopefully he can maybe try to get this 2-frame CWJ. It's still, its setup is so difficult here. There he goes.
Right,
MM2's across the moat. But susreime
yes.
into Fantoon here.
Pretty good. 10, what was that? A 10:20 entry time. That's a really, really solid Fantoon entry time. Let's see what Fantoon has in store. Health and ammo, all pretty good here. For susreime, always having the extra super is a little bit nice. Ooh, and the fast. Oh, just goes straight for the no damage. Holy smokes. No damage and a beautiful first round Doppler.
Oh my gosh. Can he finish it off? Oh, didn't get the second
man.
Connect.
Yeah, that's I find that one a little tougher. Starting off with a little stutter at the beginning is always a little bit trickier. But susreime cleaned it up really, really nicely, and still just about an 11-minute kill time. So really solid here still, despite the 3-round. Having 2 fast certainly helps to get that started.
Oh, no question about it, Prof. That was really nice way to clean it up after that second Doppler just kind of misfired. But that first Doppler, no off-screen Fantoon whatsoever off that fast pattern. We'll see if the patterns can be kind to MM2 here. But it looks like, yeah, he does. Oh, fast eye close on that mid pattern.
Yeah, normally that upper right mid pattern, the problem with that upper right mid pattern, oh god, oh the health. Okay, good. The problem with that upper right mid pattern is often if you get flame laned. That was not the issue there. It was just, I think MM mistimed the P shot a little bit. Oh god, and you're gonna take damage here. Okay.
MM2.
Yeah, so just fighting to stay above that health bomb threshold.
Oh my gosh. What a finish.
Yeah, beautiful air Doppler to finish. Got bailed out by the fast pattern a little bit. Handled the low health really, really well. Survived the fight. Is unfortunately now about a full minute behind susreime. But he survived, and he's moving on to continue playing more. There's a lot of tricky stuff coming up, so MM2 by no means out of this.
No, for sure. This Fantoon, the major... the initial gatekeeper on this route, but now our runners do get to settle in a little bit and be a little bit more movement-centric rather than boss-centric as they're going to head to Norfair to pick up all their goodies, 2 beams and 2 movement items before they run the gauntlet down in Lower Norfair.
No, I think the gauntlet is actually above the ship in criteria.
Touche, Professor School, touche. The room is indeed the gauntlet. Yes, that's correct. All right. Well, then they're gonna put the hammer down and go to Lower Norfolk. We don't have any rooms named after hammers, do we, Prof?
No, I think the hammer's in a different game.
Well done.
Ooh, okay, this is a little close. Hold on MM screen. Okay, good. Sometimes when you get too close to the right side of that attic entrance and you bonk, you can lose your forward momentum and not be able to do that mock ball strat. MM2 just nearly getting through, handling it very nicely. Is on 0 power bombs. Both runners getting very good drops all around, except for the power bomb drops there from MM. Being on 0 here is going to mean a little bit of farming and probably hoping for some luck with the crabs. Meanwhile, a 13-3x grav touch time from susreime. Very, very solid for not even a race situation. That's just a great gravity touch time, honestly.
Agreed. But nice resources for both of these runners. Exiting, well, MM2 nearly exiting the wrecked ship, but susreime heading down back to Red Brinstar. Resource management is so important. MM2 really does want that power bomb, but we'll be loading up on supers by fighting Kraid next instead of heading all the way down to Lower Norfair. So
we got a little bit of cutscene stuff going on here, Hockey. Is it okay if I take a second and just remind people of some of the exciting matchups that we have coming up?
Oh, absolutely, Prof.
All right, so looking at the schedule, immediately following this race on Speedgaming Main, we have Shiny Zenny and Scotty Crow, one of the upper bracket matchups. And check this out, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Hockey. Have you seen this? Eddie and Ruya? Are you kidding me?
That's going to be a hot race for sure.
Holy smoke. So those are just two of the excellent matchups that we have to look forward to, folks. Keep your eyes peeled for those. My goodness.
And we have a whole slew of wonderful and interesting voices on commentary for all of those races. It should be a very good time. Professor School is going to stick around for that 9 p.m. race, Zenny versus Scotty. We'll be joined by QZCX, tournament organizer extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. Couldn't have said it better myself. We're very grateful, obviously, to all of... Oh, no, MM! Getting the powerbomb drop from the crab and just running right by it. I don't know if that was intentional or if he just went a little too fast to get the drop. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, he's got the B-Tom, obviously, but gosh, you really hate to miss that. Of course,
yeah, for sure.
Of course, MM2, yeah, in chat, of course he is. Who better to correct? Yeah, who better to correct comms than the runners themselves? We don't even need to be here, honestly.
No. MM2, no, get out of there.
He's probably writing his chat message. That's why he went into the Vileplume to be able to send more chat messages.
Exactly. That is the advantage. MM2 is a keyboard player, so does not have to set the controller down. The keyboard is the controller, so intentional.
Wait, he skipped a beat, Tom.
He did. He tricked us, Professor School. I'm speechless.
Right. I don't want to get blamed for this. This is not my fault.
No, 100% not commentator's fault. Not whatsoever. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Listen, I'm not a commentator curse believer. I think that what happens is going to happen, right? But I guess there's a such thing as a commentator distraction. But then again, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I know for me, I can't be in chat during a race. It's just too much for me to health bomb. Wait, really? Oh, did he not ever get back up above 50?
No, I don't think he did.
Okay, and there you go. Well, so commentary completely useless.
No, say it isn't so. Say it ain't so, Prof. They're gonna pull us off the air if that's true.
They are. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Look at this super missile preservation there from MM2 heading into Kraid's Lair. susreime gonna get this ice beam after getting the high jump boots and an energy tank. So that is one of each of the beam and the movement item, and then we'll be heading to Bubble Mountain. But MM2 is gonna clean up this Kraid fight real quick.
Folks, I swear we know what we're doing. Yeah, I totally missed that. The drop generated during Vileplumes. Yeah, and not going back above 50. So keenly spotted by our runner MM. At least he knew what was going on. I clearly didn't. Meanwhile, a nice ice escape by susreime. Fortunately, the runners seem to be on top of things. Commentary, at least on my part, a little bit less so.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job, Professor School. Together, I think we're doing a great job. But MM2 going to be setting up for this Kraid quick kill. A little bit of lag reduction by rolling into the spikes there. 2 missiles, 3 supers. Done and dusted.
Yeah, and of course, the other thing that I didn't consider with the ammo coming out of Wrecked Ship, of course, is that with Kraid coming up here, you have a little bit of a chance to get some powerbomb drops, and so that's what MM2 ended up getting. No big deal, no big deal.
But wasn't able to blow up the tube, so it is going to cost him leaving Norfair, heading up to Meridia. So that's kind of advantage to susreime here, since susreime did blow the tube. All right, good. Going for speed booster now is susreime. MM2 going to be heading down to the business center after exiting Kraid's Lair. I don't think we're going to see a Kraid's Warehouse E-Tank pickup here. I think even if MM2 wanted a 4-tank... Well, I think, Professor School, I'm on the same page now.
No, so this is actually expected. This is not a race safety in MM2's estimation of the category. If you're going to run Kraid second, then yeah, the tank really helps quite a bit in terms of not only having the damage reduction from Varia, but he really enjoys also having the extra health. I mean, the nice thing is with the tank here, should you choose to, you could always give up one of the other tanks. You know, if you wanted to get your 4th tank, for example, from from Ridley. You could give up on the Meridia tank. There's a lot of flexibility that you have despite spending the extra time picking this up here. So.
Yeah, I think the worst part is too is I think like Bressingham did that in the previous race, and I just completely like just cooked my brain. Oh well.
Well, you'll see it both ways, right? So, like in the race of Oates and Emmett, what was that yesterday? Oates did Kraid first to pick up Varia, but did not go into to pick up that and finish on 3 tanks, right? So I think it depends a little on philosophy. It depends on comfort. It depends on what your race strategy and plan is.
It's totally fair, and what I looking at the screen. Saw that that D-boost off the Ripper at the bottom of that spike pit in double chamber. I don't know if I can say I've ever seen that strat before. That was really terrific. But MM2 gaining, heading into Ice Beam, having grabbed those high jump boots. But Prof, we're setting up for one of the major tricks of this route. This is the Lava Spark.
Yeah, let's see how this works for susreime. Using the missiles for those farms. Okay, so he's going to use this charge shot here to reduce to delay by 1 the Shine Spark timer, and then uses a pause there to be able to essentially buffer the inputs that he needs for the spark, and can sort of gauge where he is in the pause menu by that. I've never tried it myself, actually, but it's a really ingenious strategy to try to build consistency into that Lava Spark. Nicely executed by susreime. A little bit of a hiccup for MM2, unfortunately, there on the ice escape.
Yeah, I thought he had it. I thought MM2 had enough speed, but I think those flying platform enemies, which I know you know the name of, I think they're just a little bit out of position.
Oh, the trippers?
The trippers, yes. Tripper, Ripper, Waver, everything's something. Yep. Something with an ER at the end of it.
Depends on what it says on the clock, but I think at this time of day, at least for me, they're still day trippers.
Fantastic stuff. Worst in the game, no problem. Fast pillars, no problem for susreime. MM2 into Rising Tide ahead of Bubble Mountain. So susreime in the driver's seat here. MM2 with a lot of time to make up on him. But this is the most volatile part of an already volatile category. So minus series and minus Fantoon, of course. But.
Yep. Very nice adjustment from MM2. They're having a little bit of struggle in Bubble Mountain, doing the morph strat over to avoid those spike hit from King Kak, making sure that he doesn't get totally owned there. Ooh, susreime. Yikes, McGikes.
Oh, wow.
Going really aggressive there, trying to squeeze in. Managing to get out of dodge. Still on 106 health, needs to be careful, obviously. You do not want to take that extra 50 damage worth.
Oh, for sure. He got a little bit hung up before he could get that spark off. Had to get the spark off higher than usual, and then got by the next key hunter, no problem. But that third key hunter was just guarding the way forward. But really nice to just be patient and not take any damage.
All right, nice health, susreime. Here we go.
A little one farm from MM2. That's going to save him some time heading to Wave Beam. And,
whoa, holy supers. My goodness. Getting hooked up. I think they must have switched ROMs. susreime has the MM ROM right now with those super drops.
Oh my gosh. Well, just kind of ran out of speed there in Plower House, but almost had it. susreime, though, into pre-Ridley. Resources look incredible. Just maybe 2 more power bombs, 1 more power bomb, depending on how many he wants to open with here against Ridley. Little X Factor setup.
Yeah, we'll probably just get 2 here, I'm assuming. I think you only do 2 in this situation. I don't think you go for 3.
Especially not with 194 health.
Let's see. Is he going to go for the 3rd one?
Oh my gosh.
There it is. There's an extra hit, though. Oh, man.
This is going to be close.
I don't know. At least there's no... I think it looks like all the particles did hit Ridley. 124 is not awful, but you do need to be a little bit careful here if you're susreime.
That was definitely gutsy, but gutsy plays can sometimes win the race.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. We have hits to take here. We have hits to take.
We can take 2 more, Prof, and then we're in real trouble, but...
All right. We have a color change here from Ridley. Meanwhile, MM going to be setting up for that gravity jump just here in a second. All right. And susreime handling this fight nicely with those pogos.
Super missile delivery here.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me, Ridley.
And
Oh,
MM
boy.
going for the lava spark.
Did he really?
Proving me wrong again.
Oh my gosh, MM2 pulling out all the stops. Oh, Professor School, hold me. Susreime through Ridley. Wow. Oh my gosh, what a fight. And oops, all power bombs, and not electing to pick up the Ridley tank. This is really, really gutsy.
All right, 193, pretty good. Gosh, I like to have a little bit more health escaping at this point. 150 already starts to put you in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. Susreime just going to have to execute here. Meanwhile, MM getting that nice pillar spark and entering his worst room in the game. Let's see how this goes for him.
Good setup there with that power bomb drop.
Yeah, it's a
Good
little bit
iframe.
low. I think there might be a little bit of extra lag here. Yeah, but he handles it just fine. Just fine. No problem at all.
All right, Susreime with a major, major challenge ahead of him here in this lower North Fair escape. Got to go back to the Red Key Hunter shaft, Fire Fleas, and then, of course, the Three Musketeers. They have ended runs.
Oh, that's the absolute worst way to fail that, because you jump blindly into that gap, and it's only once you get into the gap that you realize that that Key Hunter is stuck, not above you, but right on top of you, and you're just forced to take that hit. And now with the extra boulder hit, Susreime is in no damage territory here. Farm.
6 if he
Yeah,
takes
I like the farm there. I like the farms here. This way he can afford to dip into this lava. You should be able to get out of this only taking 7 or 8 health of damage. Let's see. He should stay above 50 here.
Be careful.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Oh, God. He's got to get through. Great pattern here. Yes!
Yes! We got the manip off to the right side. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. The hair on the back of my neck just stood up, Professor School.
Hockey, I don't know about you. If you paid for your whole seat, you paid for too much, man. I tell you what. On the edge right now.
On the edge. I don't believe that escape from Susreime. That is clutch and a half. My goodness. Whew. MM2, though, got his work cut out for him against Ridley here, but phenomenal resources. There's really not even any need to farm except for power bombs.
Yeah, also getting really hooked up on Metal Pirates there. Incredible.
Oh, my goodness. So, fortunately for Susreime, able to go to Kraid now and fill up on everything. Thanks to those drops, but MM2...
Yeah, still looking for missiles here. I don't know. I'm sure Susreime has the 4 super backup in his pocket. We'll have to see if he chooses to farm some of these Zeelas coming in. Let's see what Susreime chooses to do on no missiles here. Does not look like he's going to be farming any of these Zeelas. Oh, nope. Okay. The way that he wall jump checked the door, I assumed that he was just going to go straight down, but he must have thought better of it there.
Oh, very nicely done. Heading into party room with 4 is pretty nice. You'll be able to deal with these green pirates, no problem. He does have weight beam, but hooked up with supers here, flying through Mini Kraid's hallway, setting up for this Kraid quick kill. MM2, though, still looking rock solid here against Ridley, delivering the damage with those supers. Got the second color change. Just a couple more charge shots, Prof, and MM2's got Ridley.
I think this should be it. Yep. Okay. Good, good, good.
No, terrific fight from Susreime as well as MM2 polishes off Ridley. See what he does as far as, is going to elect to take the Ridley tank. I should say, yeah, the Ridley tank. That's the boss he just fought. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I expect that he'll be skipping the Meridia tank at this point.
I think so,
just
yeah.
Make the escape a little bit safer. 4 is just fine here. Meanwhile, Susreime handling Kraid nicely. Oh, yeah, I like that.
Terrific fight.
Like that backup D-boost there.
I do too. I love to see it. But MM2, a little bit of trouble in pre-Ridley there, but gathered himself, heading back into the Flower House. But Susreime's got a date with Destiny here in Meridia, Professor School, but it certainly doesn't get any easier, does it?
I didn't realize Destiny had moved to Meridia.
Yeah, it's lovely this time of year. It sounds like an all-inclusive adults, no kids resort.
I was just gonna say it's not just all inclusive. This is one of those adult only all inclusive resorts.
That's right. No kids allowed. Come to Destiny in Meridia on planet Zebes.
Come to Meridia for Destiny.
Oh my goodness.
And you know who they would get to voice the ads for that is Henry Cavill.
Oh, of course. Of course they would.
He would just reprise. He would just reprise his role as Geralt from The Witcher, where I think he says Destiny about 1,000 times a season.
Prof, as much as I love the idea of our timeshare, susreime is in definite trouble here. Can't quite get this jump to connect and does not have enough to spark up Everest.
Yeah, that's interesting. susreime normally has all these backups down really well. It seemed like he was leaving that jump early every time and never actually got himself a sufficient amount of horizontal velocity to actually be able to execute that. And then ended up just going with the gravity jump. So maybe the biggest hiccup so far in the run for susreime, but should be okay. Does want to be just a little bit careful with health here. You really don't want to get health bombed by Batoon taking 2 hits. See how he handles this fight.
Resources aren't terrible, but he would love to, top it off here with a clean Batoon fight and stay out of health bomb range. But, a classic X Factor. Oh!
Just a little early there on the release. Didn't actually quite get the X Factor out, unfortunately. Yeah, and this is where you want to be really careful to not take the extra hit. There's the 1, so he's okay. But this could be slow, and if anything's going to open the window for this is exactly what he needs. But susreime fortunately able to clean it up really, really quickly there. No supers! Come on!
Oh my gosh. That is just bad luck there.
No, do you know what that is? It could be Destiny.
Well, didn't get Yahtzee, and you know what? That's entirely okay. I just got my last check in the mail from all the royalties I get for saying Yahtzee. So
spoilers from in the chat. Will he remember clearly a reference to the tube? It does seem like he remembered.
He did it.
Done, GG's.
MM2 is such a commentator-friendly runner because he just gives us material mid-race.
And by the way, susreime there using the charge shot to open that door, again, delaying the Shine Spark timer by 1, giving himself 1 extra frame to be able to execute that full halfie. Really, really clever stuff. I love that from susreime.
I do too, but really, it's going to be a tough fight going into Dragon with no supers. Gotta be very careful with these Shine Sparks. But plenty of power bombs for an X Factor, so still getting that 1-2 combination. But MM2, due to some a little bit of miscues from susreime, MM2 is blazing now. If he can have a clean Batoon, it's going to be right behind him.
I totally agree, Hockey. I mean, really, I think what this race is going to come down to at this very moment is going to be how susreime handles this Dragon fight.
Nice.
Okay, that's really good. So that's definitely under 3,000 health for sure, based on the belly color change. Might be as low as 2,550.
Oh, wow.
Wow, very, very nicely done by susreime there, handling that excellently and getting the spike suit. I mean, I think that's maybe the single most important thing susreime has pulled off. A bad Dragon there, you could lose 30, 60 seconds, could really, really put in position to close the gap. Really, really nicely handled by susreime, putting the pressure squarely back on MM2's shoulders here.
For sure. And with this reverse full halfie, unfortunately MM2 bonked the door, so lost his ability to store a Shine Spark entering the Coliseum. So no halfie of any kind heading into Dragon. But that was really clutch from susreime because that door was wide open for MM2. Chad asking about the pausing of re-equipping the beams there for susreime. I think it's just to buffer the Shine Spark. I think.
Yeah, for that final case situation, I'm not going to speak on it because I'm not 100% sure. There was a part of me that was wondering if maybe he was going to try turning back on ice just in case sparks went wrong to try to deal more damage, but I suspect that that's a probably pretty plebeian assumption. And actually, it's just cosmic brain susreime stuff that I just don't appreciate.
For sure. So really nice fight from MM2, finishing off Dragon with a Shine Spark, converting blue suit to a spike suit. But susreime's already back into red Brinstar, gonna be heading to the surface in no time flat. So it's really the only opportunities for MM2 to get back into this race are with Torian. And Torian can go wrong, but we hope it doesn't. susreime is a super accomplished runner. And so we'll see what Torian has in store. Resources a bit on the low side, Prof.
Yeah, I kind of hate susreime's resources. I mean, I don't know if he's watching the race or not. My suspicion is that had he been watching the race, he may have elected to farm up a little bit more. I don't know, the lead is big enough at this point that he could get total garbage drops in Turian and then just go and refill. It would be really slow, but he'd probably be okay. I would prefer to just farm those bugs a little further, though. I don't know. It's just uncomfortable resources, in my opinion.
No, for sure. Have to use a super to kill the first Metroid grouping, unless he gets great missile drops here. Well, he does. So at least has that in his back pocket. But MM2 already leaving, going through Sephi Ponkfish, Redfish Room if you must, but not that far behind. It's like a 35-24 G4 for susreime.
Yeah, probably looking at, depending on execution, low to mid 43 potential here from susreime. MM just getting on the elevator now, so about a minute or 75 seconds behind, maybe slightly more than that.
But with the advantage, MM2 does have the advantage as far as having those 4 tanks, so a measure of safety. susreime just going for it, just, you know, pulling out all the stops, running on 3 tanks. I don't know if he got wave missile. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both running 20 missiles. Yeah. Okay, so MM clearly already in G4.
I've never seen that before. The Shine Spark in Parlor. Oh my goodness, MM2. You never cease to impress.
You actually have to be really careful with that Shine Spark, because if you're not careful with that Shine Spark, you can do some weird screen wrap issues. You do not want that crash animation to hit the door without correcting Samus's position. You have to wiggle right to left, or you can actually completely destroy the scrolling for the rest of the game. You have to be really careful with that, actually.
This, though, for susreime, this is a really tough spot to be in, Professor School, having to use power bombs to kill these Metroids. Just has nothing.
Goodness gracious.
One super.
I mean, this was my concern, right? You pointed it out, and I agreed. I don't know. I'm really curious to know if he knew the state of the race. If he knew his lead had been that large, if he would have spent, 4 or 5 extra farms there just to be more comfortable.
No, for sure. And this is, oh gosh, oh boy. You might have to reload Metroid Room 4 here. You definitely don't want to leave that drop behind, susreime. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll see. Does he reload the room here? Seems likely that he will.
I mean, 6-4, Prof. You'd have to have incredible drops. Yeah, this is a very safe bet. 9-6 makes me feel a little bit better, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, 9-6 at least puts you in a position where even if you get totally hecked here... Oh, is he doing it twice? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just being super, super safe here. Oh.
Nope.
Gosh, I don't know. Ugh, okay. I mean, he's got the 10 supers, so he's fine. It's a... I mean, he could...
He's got 10 and 10.
Yeah, it's starting to look like low ice or something.
I know. Oh my goodness. MM2 though, blazing fast, flying through, health bomb there, but taking 20 and 8 into the 4th Metroid room. We saw bombs right there from susreime. Stashio skip. Oh, but does get grabbed. Prof, what's going on here? MM2 is mounting a tremendous comeback.
It sure does make things interesting, Hockey. Holy smokes.
It really does. With susreime facing right, saving 2/3 of a second.
That's 40 frames, folks.
That's 40 frames. But has to refill missiles here. It just has to, right? Just do both.
All right, traditional baby skip setup here. First jump good. Second jump looks very good. Clears out the seaweed. A little bit slow. 2 extra jumps. Is that 8 jumps? But I think he's through. He is through.
Wow. Incredible stuff.
And we are just a room behind.
I don't believe this.
Okay, here we go. The down back does not get through on the first try.
Oh, second
okay,
try,
he's
though.
through on the second. Nicely done, susreime. And MM2 cleanly through. Doesn't go for the down back, but gets through immediately on that spin jump. Turrets. Oh, friendly. Okay.
Turrets.
And now MM right behind. We're going to get a time check, folks, here. Head down at 56 flat. Let's go.
To 56.
We have a race on our hands. We are within 8 seconds right now. Hockey, can you believe it?
I really can, Professor School. I'm not trying to say that MM2 was out of it, but I was not expecting such a difficult Torian for susreime, and now it's just going to come down straight execution and patterns and Mother Brain aggressiveness as they begin this Mother Brain 2 fight. susreime's only got 81 HP to work with MM2 with that safety tank.
Doesn't seem fair that these runners only have a few hundred health and Mother Brain gets 18,000. Seems.
Oh, totally. In this economy, it's definitely not
yeah,
fair.
Seriously. Oh, nice dodge there from MM2.
Oh
well done.
susreime
susreime taking that middle damage spot of the bomb for 0 damage. Very well handled.
But did MM2 take... I know MM2 is wasting no time. No... I don't even know what to say. The way he's dodging goes, ooh, takes that French fry. That's okay, but susreime's into the catch-up phase at 4104.
Yep.
Did MM2 save a bit of time with some ballistics? Oh, he's into the catch-up phase.
Oh, was that the start of the catch-up phase? It looks like there was too many sprites on screen. MM2 just getting above that second catch-up.
susreime's through did not take a single hit, Prof.
Holy smokes. All right, let's sync up on the rainbow beam here. 41-26. How close are we, Hockey? Is it still within about 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Just about. Slightly cleaner fight for susreime. 11 seconds. This is not a free escape. Oh my goodness.
That is crazy. Could come down to Mother Brain 3 optimization. Could come down to escape, parlor, Leodoc's room, Steam RNG. Prof, this has been spellbinding. I cannot believe this right now. The way things have coalesced.
I am spellbound, Hockey. I am bound by this spell.
These runners have put the spell on us and the viewers right here on Speed Gaming, the flagship station. We thank you all for joining us for Super Metroid Any Percent SGLIVE tournament action between susreime and MM2. Bottom bracket. So unfortunately, Prof, the winner of this match will move on to the third round, but the loser will be exiting the tournament.
They will be exiting the tournament, unfortunately. Speaking of the tournament, you did such a nice job pointing out all of those excellent facts. Hockey, going back to the schedule, Friday at 3 p.m., Merklig versus Tablespoon. Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, Professor School, hey, that's me, versus Nevdi. A tight matchup between those two racers. And then Saturday, August 24th at 4 p.m., Stachio and Mokyu. We have some incredible matchups, but wait! Let's focus on this one here. We're entering that Mother Brain 3 fight phase at 43 seconds flat for susreime.
Oh my gosh. Look at this shooting rhythm. Very nice. Can MM2 match that rhythm?
Couple missed shots. Maybe 1 or 2 missed shots there from susreime. Let's see. Yeah, I think just 2 missed shots there. Neither runner getting good cutscenes, so we should have no differences there. susreime just needs to execute right now on this escape. That's all that it comes down to.
It is susreime's race to lose. And now remember, susreime is known to save the animals. But there may have been a little bit a message left by MM2 in the race room regarding that. So, oh my gosh, 11 seconds in this category. That is just, what an incredible time.
Looking good so far. susreime gets the first spark without issue. handles the first half of Leodox with no problem. The room, unfortunately and aptly named because of a terrible disaster that happened in a race many, many years ago. But right here at these Leodox ledges, susreime clears them, and one major hurdle remains is this Spark, and he is clear and away. Take off. susreime ready to take off into the next round, Hockey.
I think so. I think he's ready. Look at this, electing to skip this animal save straight to the ship at the landing site, Prof.
And here it is, folks. Get your GGs in chat, finishing in first place. Just about 10 seconds ahead of his opponent with a 44-43 is susreime. Congratulations to susreime, and no sooner than I finish that sentence, the MM2 finishes just behind that with a 44-55, 12 seconds separating these two runners in what started close, separated for a while, and then goodness gracious, did it open up into a fascinating finish there. And holy smokes, Hockey, what a race.
I can't believe it. I'm just sitting here just soaking it all in. That was absolutely incredible from both of these runners. We will see if they want to join us for a brief interview, but we are up against it a little bit because we have had the second part of our trilogy of races tonight, Prof.
It's okay. I think we've got 12 minutes until start time for the next one. Zenny and Scotty Crow, folks, coming up here in a second. But in the meantime, we are joined live in the commentary booth by mm2nescartridge. GGs.
Yo. Thanks for the GG. GG's susreime. If he shows up. If not, I retract it. No GG. I'm kidding.
Heck of a finish there. Heck of a finish. And that was exciting.
You closed like a minute plus on susreime just through execution, and he had a very, very difficult Torian.
Give me a second. I'm inviting susreime to the Discord.
Oh, okay, great.
Excellent. And MM, I'm sure it sounds like you were watching the whole race. Did you happen to notice the resources that susreime had coming into Turian there? Because that was really your opportunity to close this in. Yeah,
I saw susreime's resources and I was like, okay, that's a choice. That is a choice you can make. And then I was like, and I saw the Metroid Room shambles, and I was like, okay, well, now it's a baby skip up hard. And then he missed baby skip.
And there he is, the winner, finishing in first place and moving on through this redemption bracket. It's none other than the one, the only susreime. susreime, GG's on the win.
Yeah. GG's.
Thanks, Prof. Thanks, MM2. GG's too as well, MM2. That seemed like a pretty exciting finish.
Yeah,
no question. GG's susreime. That was terrific.
So first question right off the top, susreime, I have to know, are you in these situations watching the restream? Were you aware of the lead and what it had grown to? And did you make any decisions based off the restream at all?
So for today, no. But for today, I was in a voice chat with other good friends, just trying to have a good time with the race. But I have to thank the friends in voice chat because they did keep me updated throughout the process. Regarding where we were, but then I wasn't going to alter my strategies in any way though. Even if there was a large gap, or even if there were no gaps at all, I was pretty decided on how I was going to play. So.
Of course, no. So I think susreime, the one thing specifically that Hockey and I were wondering about is whether or not you would have considered sitting and farming a little bit longer, exiting Meridia, because you left with very, very low resources, and it almost cost you in Turian.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I get that's one of the penalties I get for not, being, not really doing many, because I thought my resources were low, but I somehow thought this is fine. Apparently it wasn't fine, but it didn't ring a red bell in me, even though it should have. Yeah.
I respect it though, susreime. It was awesome to watch. It did allow M2 to close the gap, but ultimately you were victorious. So you're moving on to face Timon, continuing your campaign here in the redemption bracket, as Professor School said. So Yeah, it's really exciting. Really exciting to watch you play.
Appreciate the words, Hockey.
Yeah, I definitely had fun watching the race while I was also
You were
playing.
watching? You were watching it too?
I was
Okay,
typing in chat a bunch.
Yeah, he wasn't just watching it on stream. He was typing out things in chat. I'm just like, this is how you know he's a keyboard user.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what that's what MM2 does all the time. Like no surprise there. That's even more impressive. Even more impressive than
that can't be true. No, I actually looked at your Dragon pause buffer last week. It might have been, I don't remember, but I messed around with it a bunch. And I was like, this is good, but I have trouble getting the inputs in for the Spark if she's swooping, so I didn't end up using it in the race. But
I see. Oh, if he's swooping, I see. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that Shine Spark turns out you can't really buffer. You can't like buffer all of it. There's some there's some I guess reaction component there.
Yeah, like you still have to hit the inputs.
Right.
But I'm just trying to do all the inputs after the pause.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a little. I'm just too slow. Okay. But it's
good. I'm glad. I'm glad you took a look at it because that was meant like a joke strat. I mean, now I main it because I have such bad reflex. Plus the input delay on my SNES Classic makes it really hard to react to a fast swooping Dragon. So I had to nowadays I just main that pause buffer. But then I'm glad you took a look at it. That means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I saw it before I commentated one of your previous races. So yeah, definitely a good strat for sure. Yeah.
I don't know about good. I don't know. It's just
a neat alternative that is good for people who don't want to play the reaction game.
Well, maybe not good, but good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough today, at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did want to congratulate both of you on beating me. I did enter the race room to gatekeep, and then instead of quitting, I had some lag on my mouse, and I accidentally entered the race and had to forfeit. So you're welcome to my my race time points.
Well, Prof, I would just like to congratulate you on your Kill Samus RTA run.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, this is actually impressive. Like, this means Prof already now means he actually got the Ridley death. Like that's pretty impressive. which is not easy.
The bad news is that I did get the Ridley death, but it was entirely unintentional.
Oh no! Oh no!
It can't be. It can't be.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Well, we hate to cut it short, but we are up against it. We do have the next race up at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But susreime MM2, any brief closing remarks?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to watching this one back again. MM2 and I have raced several times in many occasions, but it was fun to race. I think it's the first time I'm racing him in any person, so I had a lot of fun. Thanks for racing MM2, and thanks for
absolutely.
I'm sure y'all did a great job, Prof and Hockey. Thank y'all for the commentary. Excited to watch this one back.
Yep, we barely got anything wrong.
Yeah, barely.
There definitely wasn't a whole incident about that.
No incidents, nothing at all.
All right, folks. Listen, I'm very grateful to our Restream crew. I'm going to just say goodbye right now. I will be right back in your ears in about 5 minutes for the next race. I'm going to be staying on the commentary crew, so I'll turn it over to my co-commentator, the illustrious and inevitable, the Hockey Towner. Thank you so much, Hockey. It was a lot of fun calming with you. GG's to the runner. Thanks to our Restream crew and to chat for making it fun. And I'll see you all on the other side.
Yeah, thanks, Hockey, for comms, and Prof, and of course, everybody on the organizer team for setting this tourney up. And yeah, of course, GG's to susreime for the great race. Always enjoy just racing and taking inspiration from your runs. So yeah, hopefully we'll see each other in a future tournament of undisclosed nature.
Let's do it. GG's to MM2.
Let's go.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much, Press School MM2 susreime, for what a wonderful show tonight. Stay tuned for more Super Metroid Any% action.